everybody, it's Jenny Brandon, and I wanted to check in with you all and give you some updates on the piece I'm writing for you all to premiere with the orchestra in the spring. And so the last time we talked, I told you that I was going to tell the story about the Baltimore Oriole. And I've got my pictures here on my piano for some inspiration as I'm writing about these birds. And as I started to dig into about the Baltimore Oriole, what I got really excited about was the songs and the whistles that they make, right? So if we go outside and we listen, we can always hear some birds singing, and these birds make incredible songs. They have songs, whistles, tones that they have different calls for when they're protecting where they live, when they're looking for food, when they're conversing with each other across a meadow. And so I started listening to recordings of these birds that people had recorded on websites like the Audubon website, and sat down and with a pencil and paper started transcribing out these bird calls. And so I wanted to share a couple with you that I'm starting to incorporate into our piece. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these bird calls, I'm turning them into a musical line, and then I'm using it in our piece. So here's the first one that I thought was really neat and that I really wanted to incorporate in our piece. Right? Pretty simple. It feels a little like a folk song to me, right? And so as I was writing, I thought, how can I incorporate this in, take the bird song, but then turn it into something of a longer musical line? And so here's a little bit of what I have so far. Right? So taking that little snippet of the bird song and then turning it into a longer line that we can play on our instruments. So that's one of them that I've been working on and playing with. There's another one, and that was kind of a toned song. There's another one that I really like that's basically considered like a two-note call or whistle, and it sounds like this. Right? Pretty simple, yeah? And I like this for this sort of idea, at least the way I'm playing with it, of like birds talking to each other across the field, right? So a little bit of what I did with that, it sounds like this. Right, so just a little bit of a sketch there for you to hear, but just playing with that simple. And so I've been incorporating those and weaving those into our piece. And then another one that I think is really neat and sort of showcases, I think, what's rhythmically interesting, I think, about the bird songs. I hear a lot of dotted 8th, 16th rhythms in these birds' calls. So here's another one that I really liked. So we get that little bit of dum ba dum bum, right? Yeah, so playing with these ideas and taking these transcribed bird calls and then trying to weave them in to help tell the story of our Baltimore Oriole within this piece. So I'll keep sharing some more ideas with you. I'll share some of these on the website so that you can go maybe hear some of the original bird calls, and then as we get to know the piece, we can start to listen for those bird calls in there and see where we can find them. Maybe exact, maybe slightly different than the original bird call. But in the meantime, thought I'd share a little bit with you, and I look forward to sharing more ideas with you soon. Bye.